Welcome to this week's special episode of Mess Around and Find Out.
Hello everyone, I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivory of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and since we started a few months ago our Mess Around and Find Out series, we've had some people asking us, in Brevard County, just how much do you have to mess around to find out? And so the simple answer is, if you mess around at all in Brevard County and commit a crime, you're gonna find out because we have zero tolerance. But in fairness, I wanna try and break it down a little bit more so that if I mess around this much, this is what's gonna happen. And that way everybody's clear and they know what's coming. So let's start out with what I like to call our safe zone. And that, we're gonna come across from our mess around line, come straight across and go straight down to our find out. So this is our MAFO line. The MAFO line is our starting point for where we start to separate our zones. So, if you look in this safe zone, what you're looking at is, this is where, you steal your brother's shirt, or maybe you play a practical joke that scares your mom. All right, so if you're in this zone, how much are you gonna find out? Well, you're probably gonna get, the price paid later by your brother, and your mom's probably gonna put you on restriction or maybe even whip your butt. So that's what happens in the safe zone. So you can see, you mess around a little bit, you find out a little bit. So now we're gonna go to what I like to call our serious zone. And in the serious zone, we're gonna take this from about a 5 straight across to the MAFO line and straight down to the find out line. Now what happens in the serious zone? This is where you steal a bike. This is where you vandalize somebody's property. You start using drugs. How much you're gonna find out in this area? You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna take the ride to jail. You're gonna go in front of a judge, and you're gonna make your mommy cry. All right. So you can see things are starting to pick up a little bit, and now we're going to get into what I like to call the danger zone. And it goes right along with the theme, the danger zone. Coming across, you can see this is starting to elevate. This area around in here, our danger zone, this is where you're selling drugs. This is where you're committing burglary, doing fraud, driving under the influence, stealing cars, and animal cruelty. That's what fits into this danger zone right here. How much do you find out when you get into this danger zone? Whoo, you're gonna find out, all right? You're gonna do some prison time. You're gonna work on the chain gang. You're gonna get walked into jail by me if you commit animal cruelty. And I guess the best way to summarize it is at Christmas time, instead of being home with your family, you're gonna be doing a gift exchange with the other inmates in your cell of honey buns you got at the commissary. So that's what happens in this area right here. Now, our next area, this is the no-go zone, all right? You do not want to find yourself in this no-go zone. I promise you, it is not pretty in there, all right? Because in the no-go zone, that's where you're doing violent crime, that's where you're running from our deputies, that's where you're resisting arrest with violence, peddling poison, fentanyl to kids, maybe even harming kids, doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing that are putting our little ones at risk. So when you get in this no-go zone, this is where your car gets pitted. This is where you get tased. You're probably gonna get dog bit in this zone right here. So you wanna stay completely away from this area. Now, this area up here, and I'm just gonna put this the best way I possibly can. I got no idea how bad things get, how much you're gonna find out if you get into this area up here, because this is bad up here. So you wanna make sure you do not go past. I would say you need to try and stay in the safe zone right here, or better yet, keep this in mind. If you don't mess around, you don't find out. So if you don't mess around in Brevard County, you don't find out how bad things are gonna be for you. So keep that in mind.